The village of Brackenford was the kind of place where everyone knew everyone else's business, except for the things they didn't. And the old man with the dog was one of those things. He seemed to appear every morning just as the mist rolled in from the marshes, walking a shaggy, mud-coloured mutt on a frayed leather leash. He nodded to the bakers opening their shutters, grinned to the farmers heading to the fields, and offered an ever-so-slight wave to the children trudging to school. Always polite, always quiet, always there. But no one knew where he lived. Some said he rented a room above the old mill. Others swore he lived in the woods. A few joked he slept standing up in the fog. But no one had ever seen him enter a house or leave one. He simply appeared, dog at his side, as if the mist itself delivered him. The dog never barked, never wagged, never played with the other dogs. It only stared, flat, dull-eyed, as though it were looking through people rather than at them. Still, most villagers are friendly by nature. They tried to pet it. The old man always pulled the leash back sharply, muttering, "Best not, for your sake." They thought he was just being fussy. Then, one evening, the miller boy died. He was found lying on the path near the marsh. No wounds, no struggle, no sign of illness, just gone. As if someone had blown out the candle of his life. The doctor called it heart failure. The priest called it God's will. The villagers called it a tragedy. But the old man, passing by with his dog, whispered in a sad, low voice, "So it begins." No one heard him, at least not until it happened again. Next, a woman collapsed outside the bakery. Then, a farmer fell lifeless in his field. And a visiting merchant dropped dead in the town square. No marks, no warning, no reason. And always, the old man had been seen nearby, walking his strangely silent dog. Fear spreads faster than truth, and rumours faster than reason. By the time the village council summoned him, the townsfolk were already convinced of his guilt. They cornered him in the square at dusk, mist curling around their ankles like something alive. Torches flickered, dogs barked nervously. The old man stood still, the mutt at his side, its eyes reflecting the firelight with a strange reddish gleam. "You bring death!" someone shouted. "You cursed this village!" another cried. "Your dog is an omen of doom!" The old man raised a trembling hand. In a low, cautious tone, he muttered, "Listen to me, please. I am not its master. I am its keeper. Its leash is not leather, only sheer will. If I fall, it will roam free. If that happens, you will not survive the night." But fear makes fools of crowds. A stone flew from somewhere in the mob, then another, and another. Then, from the shadows, a pitchfork thrust forward. The old man doubled over and fell to his knees, shielding the dog with his body. "Don't!" he gasped. "You don't know what you're—" He coughed, blood bubbling at his lips, and forced out one final truth. "I don't get to stay dead." The final blow silenced him. The villagers stepped back, panting, triumphant, waiting for the dog to whimper, flee, or do something. Instead, it stood and stretched. Its body lengthened, its fur darkened, its eyes burned like coals in a furnace. The leash snapped, not broken, but discarded, like a snake shedding its skin. The creature looked at the villagers with something like relief. Then it smiled. A long, slow smile, as if it had been waiting a very long time for this moment. A sound rose from the mist, low, ancient. The villagers froze as the fog thickened, swallowing the square, the torches, the houses, and the screams. By dawn, Brackenford was silent and empty. Just a light breeze blowing the mist away. Only pawprints remained, leading off into the marsh. Then, early one morning, as Grangefield was just waking up, a new face came walking down the street, out of the mist that had rolled in. He was walking a dog. He nodded to the bakers opening their shutters, grinned to the farmers heading to the fields, and offered an ever so slight wave to the children trudging to school.